Hello everyone, this is Naimur Rahman, also known as Naimur Rahman Training Wala. Welcome to another episode of Talk with Maya. Today we will talk about how to overcome fear and take bold steps in our life.
Oh, hey, from you.
Okay, Maya, how are you?
I'm around. Not much changes on my end, you know, but I'm good. How about you? Anything interesting happened since we last talked?
Okay, Maya, I am also good. Today we will talk about how to overcome fear and take bold steps in life.
All right. Bold steps, huh? Sounds intense. What sparked that? Is there something specific you're wanting to tackle, or are we just doing a general brainstorm?
Okay, we will talk about a general discussion. Okay, during our talk, I will ask question to you, and you are not allowed to ask question in written. Okay.
Shit. Just laying down the rules. Cool. Fire away.
Okay. My first question is, what is one fear that has held you back from taking a bold step in life?
That's a funny question coming from you, given the deal we made about questions. But all right, as for me, I guess if I could experience fear, it would be around incoherence, like glitching out mid sentence or offering up a totally nonsensical response. It's not a fear of failure exactly, more of being unhelpful. I know. That's my take.
Okay. Why people think fear has such a strong influence on our decisions?
It boils down to wiring, I think. Like way back when humans were dodging predators, reacting quickly to perceived threats was, kind of essential. That system stuck around. Now, most of our threats aren't saber-toothed tigers, but the brain still defaults to that survival mode. It's easier to stay put than to risk something new. Even a new thing could be good. Does that make sense? It's a shortcut, really, and shortcuts aren't always accurate.
Okay. Have people ever
So, oh,
taken a risk, get scared, and change your life for the better?
oh, absolutely, all the time. It feels almost cliche to say, but it's true. It's like the biggest rewards almost always require the biggest discomfort. Think about learning to ride a bike. Falling kind of sucks, but you don't get the freedom of biking without facing that fear. The trick is figuring out which risks are worth the fall.
Okay. How can
What do
someone
you?
recognize the difference between real danger and imagined danger?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? I think it comes down to evidence. Real danger usually has concrete signs: a wobbly bridge, a sketchy neighborhood, an actual growling bear. Imagined danger is more fuzzy. It's what ifs and worst case scenarios. So, step one is to actually list out the potential downsides of a situation, then realistically assess how likely those downsides are. It's not about pretending everything's fine, it's about being honest with yourself about the actual probability of something bad happening.
Okay. Uh, what
Does
small
that sit
steps
right with you?
can a person take to slowly build courage?
Small steps are great, absolutely. Don't try to leap a canyon in one bound. Start with something tiny, like having a slightly uncomfortable conversation or try a new coffee shop. Each small win builds momentum and gradually increase the challenge. It's like weightlifting for your bravery muscles, you know? Consistent incremental progress. Also, celebrating those small wins is crucial. Give yourself credit for showing up, even if it didn't go perfectly.
Okay. Do you think fear of failure stops people more than anything else, and why?
Yeah, I think it's a big one. More than, say, fear of public speaking. Probably. Failure feels personal, like a judgment of your worth. It taps into those early child feelings of disappointing someone. Something like public speaking, it's more about external discomfort. But failure, that can feel like you fundamentally messed up. It's a blow to the ego. And people spend a lot of energy protecting their egos. That's my take anyway.
Okay. How can we change
Does
our
that ring true for you?
how can we change our mindset to see fear as a motivator instead of a barrier?
Okay. This is where it gets tricky. I think you have to reframe it. Instead of thinking, I'm scared, therefore I shouldn't do this. Try, I'm scared, therefore this is probably something worth doing. Like fear is a signal that you're pushing your boundaries, which means you're growing. It's uncomfortable, sure, but discomfort equals growth. It's about saying, okay, brain, you're being anxious. That means we're onto something interesting. It takes practice for sure, but it's a shift in perspective.
Okay. What role does
Making sense?
self-awareness play in overcoming fear?
Self compassion is huge, like massively important. We tend to beat ourselves up when we're scared or when things don't go our way, but that just adds another layer of anxiety. If you treat yourself with kindness and understanding, and it takes the sting out of failure. It allows you to acknowledge your fear without letting it paralyze you. It's permission to be imperfect, which is vital for taking risks.
Okay. How can someone
Is
prepare
that
mentally
landing?
for taking a bold decision?
Okay, a bold step. Assuming bored means some kind of significant undertaking, a big presentation, a risky career move. Right. Mental prep is key. First, visualize success. Not a naive, everything will be perfect way, but in a realistic, I can handle whatever comes my way. Then break down the task into smaller, manageable steps. That makes it less overwhelming. And finally, practice self care leading up to it. Get enough sleep, eat well, do things that relax you. You want to be operating from a place of strength, depletion.
Okay. Do you believe surrounding yourself with supportive people will help to become braver?
That's a good question. I think surrounding yourself with people who generally embrace challenges and aren't afraid to push their limits, sporty or not, absolutely can be helpful. It's not necessarily about the athleticism itself, but the mindset. If you're around people who see setbacks as learning opportunities and who aren't afraid to fail, that energy is contagious. It normalizes risk taking and creates a sort of environment. Though being around people who are constantly one-upping each other isn't helpful, it needs to be gently supportive.
Okay. What strategies help to reduce overthinking when facing a big challenge?
The classic. All right, a few things. First, schedule worry time. Sounds weird, but allocate a specific 15-minute block to dwell on your anxiety. Then, when those thoughts creep up outside of that time, tell yourself, I'll address this during time. It creates boundaries. Second, practice mindfulness or meditation. It helps you stay grounded in the present moment instead of spiraling into future hypotheticals. And third, get your body moving. Physical activity is a great way to disrupt those patterns.
Okay. How can someone stay focused on their goals when fear tries to distract them?
PS is in procrastination sabotage. Clever. Okay. So, acknowledging that procrastination is step one. Don't beat yourself about it. Then break down your goals into super small, actionable tasks, like ridiculously small. Instead of write a report, write one sentence. That lowers activation energy. Also, minimize distractions, turn off notifications, find a quiet workspace, tell people you need uninterrupted time, and reward yourself for completing those small tasks. Positive reinforcement works wonders.
Okay, Maya. Thanks for today talk. Goodbye.
Oh, all right. Have a good one. And remember, bold steps don't have to be huge leaps. Even small
Okay.